Hi, Black Cat Recapped here. Today I am going to explain a horror movie named Mother. The movie starts with a lady standing in the middle of burning flames. Then, a man called him puts a crystal object in his bedroom. Suddenly, the house goes from being burnt and old to looking brand new. A young lady called Mother appears in his bed and calls out for him, her husband. Mother walks around the house until she finds him, and they kiss. Him is a famous poet who can't write because he's sad about losing his first wife. Mother is trying to paint a room in the house with different colors. As she approaches the wall, she sees a vision of a beating heart inside the walls. Someone knocks on the door of the couple's house. Him answers and lets a stranger named Man inside. Him is polite to Man, but Mother feels uneasy about his presence. Him shows Man his office with his writings, and Man says he's a fan of him's work. Him spends a lot of time talking with Man, and Mother feels left out even though she also loves him's work. Despite her discomfort, Mother allows Man to stay. However, Mother later sees Man getting sick in the toilet with him taking care of him. She notices that Man has a piece of flesh missing from his ribs, but him covers it with his hand. The day after, Mother asks him how Man is feeling. Man comes downstairs and says he feels great. Soon after, there's another knock on the door. Mother answers it, and finds Man's wife, Woman, at the front. Him welcomes her into the house too. Him and Man go for a hike, leaving Mother alone with Woman. Woman asks Mother questions about whether she and him want children, and if she can go to him's office, but Mother says she can't without his permission. When him and Man return, Man has another coughing fit. Him tells Mother that Man is not well and is actually dying. He also explains that Man and his wife are big fans of him's work, which is why they wanted to meet him before it was too late. Man and Woman go into him's office and accidentally break the crystal object. Him is very upset and tells them to leave the office. He holds the broken pieces in his hands and grips them so tightly that he bleeds. Mother tells Man and Woman to leave, but instead, they go to another room to be intimate. They don't leave even after some time has passed, until him and Mother both agree that they must go. Just as Man and Woman are preparing to leave, their sons, oldest son and younger brother, arrive and start arguing about their father's will. Oldest son is angry because he feels he's getting less than his brother. The argument becomes violent as oldest son attacks his brother, but him steps in to separate them. They run into a bedroom where oldest son hits his brother over the head, causing him to bleed from a cracked skull. Him picks up younger brother and rushes him to the hospital with Man and Woman following. Mother tries to clean up the blood on the floor, but one stubborn stain won't come out. She presses against it, and it starts dripping blood into the basement. Curious, Mother goes downstairs and sees blood leaking into a light bulb until it shatters. The blood then forms around the walls. Mother breaks through the wall and discovers a furnace oil tank. Suddenly, oldest son appears from behind her, having been hiding. He takes something that belongs to him and leaves the house without saying a word. When the others return, him informs Mother that younger brother has passed away. A wake is held in the house, with strangers coming to pay their respects. Mother becomes more and more frustrated with the guest's behavior. She argues with him about their prolonged stay, but their argument turns into passionate sex. The next morning, Mother tells him that she thinks she might be pregnant. Him is overjoyed and finds renewed inspiration to start writing again. He completes his work and sends it out, catching the attention of the Herald. After a period of time has passed, Mother is nearing the end of her pregnancy, and is getting ready to give birth to her baby. She is preparing dinner to celebrate him's success as a writer when fans of him begin to arrive at the house. One woman enters with her child, who has wet his pants. Mother goes to the bathroom and finds a man peeing in the sink. Soon, more and more fans start coming to the house, including the Herald who wants to speak with Mother. Their increasing presence starts to overwhelm Mother, and she feels a sharp pain that causes the house to shake. Despite Mother's attempts to hide from the unruly crowd of fans, they start vandalizing the house and looting its belongings. A team of SWAT officers has come into the house and is trying to stop the wild and frenzied fans who are behaving erratically. It becomes clear that these fans are actually members of a pagan cult, and they are causing chaos and violence inside the house. As Mother moves from room to room, she witnesses the fans turning violent, with some people being tied up and harmed. The Herald, who had entered the house earlier, casually shoots some of the tied-up individuals before approaching Mother. Suddenly, a huge explosion rocks the room, resulting in the death of the Herald. The mother went into labor, and the father brought her to his office where she gave birth to a baby boy. The father wanted to hold the baby, but the mother wouldn't let him and asked him to send everyone away. The mother stayed in the office all day holding the baby until she fell asleep. When she woke up, the baby was gone. The father showed the baby to a crowd who passed him around even though he peed on them. The crowd ended up killing the baby by breaking his neck while the mother was trying to get to him. The mother was horrified to see her baby mutilated and being eaten by the fans. She grabbed a piece of glass and started attacking the fans until they knocked her unconscious. The father came in to stop them and the mother told him they killed their baby. The mother goes to the basement and breaks open an oil tank. She lets the oil out and takes a lighter. Him begs her not to do it, but she ignores him and drops the lighter. The house catches on fire and explodes, killing everyone except for the mother and father. The mother is badly burned and the father carries her out of the basement. The mother doesn't recognize the father, and he tells her she is home. Him is holding what looks like a burned heart, but it's actually the same crystal from the beginning of the movie. He cleans it off and puts it back where it was before. He laughs strangely while looking at it. The crystal glows and the burned house is restored to its beautiful original state. The movie ends with a new girl waking up in bed.